Alright guys, today I have some real eye candy for you, courtesy of Mr. Perry from MOONSHINE Crappie Jigs. I know your eyes are really sore from all the snow and the slush and the ugly gray colors of the winter, so today I'm going to give you something that you can rinse your eyes with. So here is the itinerary for today. First we're going to look at some hand-tied crappie jigs, then some of the new colors for his famous critters, and lastly we're gonna try to sniff his new Moonshine Crappie Jigs lure flavor. Okay, so it depends on what you're interested in. Feel free to skip forward or back. My last video about Mr. Perry's jigs got a lot of views actually. And even though I put his contact information in the description and every package that I held in my hands had his contact information with email and phone number, so many people asked me how can they buy them. So this time I'll just stick his contact information somewhere here in the corner or here, or I'll see. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do this time. Let's start with the hand-tied jigs because this is the first time I saw this, and I was very curious because Richard Gere, the fishing machine, keeps killing them with a couple of these that I'm gonna show you. And here's the first one, golden green with lots of glitter. This is, in my opinion, the hand-tied jig that Richard Gere, the fishing machine, has used the most. At least in his videos. We don't know what he does off camera, but this is the one that I explicitly requested because, yeah, Richard Gere is just killing them with this. You know, different episodes, different weather. This one always seems to work. So this is what I wanted to see. What does it look like in person? Now note that the hook is pretty small because I requested small hooks from Mr. Perry because, you know, only dinks here where I live. So you can get this with any hook size you want, and same of course holds for the weight over here. I'm not gonna stay too long on one jig because we have a lot of jigs to see, but I noticed that on this one the hook tip is facing a little bit upward instead of parallel to the body, and I'll let Mr. Perry answer this himself. Is the hook tip opened on purpose or accidentally? Because I know that Richard Gere actually opens them with the pliers just a little bit, because these sickle hooks, if you look at the hook point at the tip, it's always curved inside a little bit like on a circle hook, which is, you know, good for avoiding snags, but also sometimes you miss fish bites. So I know other people also, they like to open the hook tip up a little bit. I think this angle is pretty reasonable actually, so I won't even correct it, but Mr. Perry can let us know if this was done on purpose. Here are some other variations of the same jig, a pink and a, what is it, chartreuse one, but I like the one in the middle the most, and I think you don't need the extra contrast from the pink and the chartreuse because the body is already so bright. But if the water is really muddy, perhaps the other two will be more productive. Alright, let's move on. The second most used hand-tied jig on Richard Gere's videos is this guy here. It looks total opposite to the flashy gold one I showed you before, but just go see it yourself. This one also seems to work all the time, so I asked for this one as well, just to see what Richard Gere is using. There is some glitter and shine of course here, but this one just looks natural in my opinion. Again, I asked for a small hook and small weight on the jig head. Then we got three different black ones, pink, chartreuse, and this one has two-tone body, which I really like. I mean, black is just a safe choice, you know, clear water, muddy water, always good. And then we have these guys. I mean, look how beautiful these are. Do you even care if they catch fish? Don't you just want to have some of these? They're not exactly realistic unless you were trying to imitate a parrot. But yeah, if you're really struggling to get the crappie's attention, I would say use one of these, but then you might snag it and lose it, and was it really worth it? But yeah guys, look at these colors. Tell me this isn't pretty. And then we have this guy here. Now this is some serious technology. I have personally never used something like this with a spinner underneath, and this one will be different technique. The others you can just jig vertically, but this one you can kind of move forward through the water column, almost like a curly tail, to get this body underneath moving. But yeah, this one double attraction. First of all, beautiful colors, and second of all, you got the blade underneath. Dang, that's pretty. Mr. Perry, I'm a little bit disappointed I got only one of these. But I will be happy to make actual review on this once the water warms up. I'm really curious if this will be better than the other beautiful things. Alright, now let's look inside the box and see if we got some new colors. Look how beautiful this is. I don't know where to reach first. Let me perhaps start with the ones that I've seen the most on Richard Jean's videos, because my expertise and reputation is not as impressive. So these three are arguably what is the opposite of the best looking. I don't know. If I rank them by beauty, I'd put these three on the bottom, okay? Look at the white one. Nothing beautiful here. But if you doubt that this thing catches fish, just go check one of Richard Jean's. I think he caught like 80 in one video with one of these. So these are not new, but yeah, they are very used and very successful. Now let me tell you, if I fished for money and I can use only two of these, which ones would I pick? I would pick, and this is based on the waters that I fish in, I would pick these two guys. And actually, this one would be number one for me. I know it looks like just black, but it has the sparkle, and I have never fished waters or conditions where this, I mean, look at this, where this wouldn't produce. This one is more beautiful, and look, the belly is lighter color, which is important because when the fish is, crappie is always under the bait, and they're used to seeing light belly on everything. The fish, the frogs, everything has white belly when you look from under. So this thing has whiter belly too. But this is another color, look at these things, that would work for me. If green color works best in your waters, you're in luck, because we've got plenty of these. Some of them have white belly, but it doesn't matter if they do, because you can order any combination of, you know, top color and bottom color. But this is just an idea of what they look like. Then we have the gold ones. I have a feeling this one will be incredibly successful. I can almost bet money. Does anyone want to make a bet with me that this one will be more successful than the average of the other colors? This froggy here, once the water warms up, again we have a lighter color belly. But yeah, gold is actually a good color for me too. And here the pink ones. This one is pinky goldish, but yeah, I know pink is color that works great for trout, but I haven't used it much, but I'm sure, especially this one is my favorite of these four. And by the way, they do have the white belly. I mean, good stuff. Like, what crappie, imagine you're a crappie and you look at this from below. It looks like something that was just given birth, and you're not gonna eat this. I mean, what self-respecting crappie is not gonna eat this thing? Let's look at the other ones. And here is what we have in the blue and purple color schemes. This guy here has a white belly. This one is whatever. But this one is interesting to me. Purple and blue. Now this one I want to use. I'm curious how this will perform. For me personally, blue is not a good performing color, except when it's blue and black. But I know, like 3-pound crappie fishing, he uses blue color a lot. I watch what people use, and I know blue is a popular color, so if that's something that works in your waters, this is what these look like. And this is the last one in the box, white and yellow. I have actually used this color, and I used it a couple of times and I did not do well in this color. So I did not buy any more of this. But this guy, 3-pound crappie fishing, who is also from Illinois, this is his favorite color and he's killing them with this color. I'm wondering if there is a particular reason that this color didn't work so well in my lake. Maybe with, I don't know what the reason is, or was it a bad day? But if you want white and yellow, this guy here looks pretty good. But yeah, this is the last one in the box. No, it isn't. This one is the last one. How did I miss this thing? This thing is pure sex. Look, look, look. Look. I don't know if this looks natural. What does it look like? But what fish or animal is gonna pass this? Look how beautiful this thing is. This is now this is my favorite color of all of them here. This one is amazing. Yep, now we're done. Now you probably saw that my hand is completely wet by now, and I think the reason is that Mr. Perry, and he can confirm or reject this, but I think he is putting his custom crappie flavor on his lures because he wants people to catch fish with these things and order again. So that's what I think this is, but let's do one final test before the end of this video, okay? I'm gonna wipe my hands clean and I'm gonna wash them, then we're gonna drop a couple of drops of this thing and see how it smells, okay? Alright, let's see what this thing smells like, okay? I'm gonna put it on this plastic here because plastic doesn't smell. I don't even know how liquid. Oh, look at this nice dispenser. Look at this, very nice oily. You can just drop a couple of drops, even one drop on your lure. Very nice. Alright, let's try to smell this thing now. Sorry guys, couldn't tell what's inside. I can just tell you that the smell isn't very strong, which for me is a good thing because I'll be wiping this thing on my pants and on the carpet of my boat, and I really don't like garlic. I don't even think garlic is a good, crappie flavor or any other fish flavor. Definitely not a good carp flavor, but I'm going on a tangent again. This thing is easy on the nostrils, okay? You can use it, you can get your hands dirty, and it's not that strong. And that's all I have for today, guys. No fishing videos until the middle of March, so if you want to send me something that I can make a video out of, please drop me a message below. Everyone else, I will see you next week. Bye bye.